So, 3 months since I last made a video. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I've been away for a while. I haven't made a video since my best and worst films of 2017, but my second year at Teesside University has been completed. I'm at my mum's place at the minute, so I have a little bit of time to actually get some recording done. People have said that 2018 has been a weird year so far. I mean, it can't be that bad, sure. Oh God. Wait, what? But that's a good thing. That can mean some actual improvement for Arsenal. Really? The Onion? Come on now, let's be serious here. Ah! Well, at least we've got some pretty good films that have come out so far this year, so there's something, I guess. And today I'm going to be talking about all the films that I've seen so far in 2018. Now, I haven't seen every single movie that's come out over the last 5.5 months. For example, I haven't seen Deadpool 2 yet, and thankfully no one has told me any spoilers about that. So, Doombox, if you're watching this, don't you dare spoil anything. So it's time for me to come back onto YouTube and talk about all the movies that I've seen so far in the last 5.5 months. Let's go. Lady Bird, an incredible coming-of-age film that left my jaw hanging on the floor by the end. It tells a heart-wrenching story of togetherness and independence as Lady Bird plans to move to the east coast of the US just a year after the 9/11 attacks. Saoirse Ronan plays the character of Lady Bird brilliantly, and as a young person myself, there were many parts that I could relate to. Coco. Pixar has done it again with another spectacular film. Coco is another story focusing on youth and the excitement that we all have in us as kids, whilst also blending in the more serious topics like death and the acceptance of it. Not to mention the incredible use of Mexican culture and how important it is to a lot of people melded together with incredible animation, created a film that will be remembered for years to come. Winchester. Bored the ever-loving shit out of me. I know I've just talked about how amazing Coco is, but Winchester had nothing going for it. It took an interesting and real historical event that could have made for a very interesting story, but it was just boring. We never learn anything else about the main character other than the fact that he's an alcoholic, and it just makes for a typical early year horror release. Insidious: The Last Key. An interesting way to end this series had it not been for the twist at the start of the third act that threw the film completely off course. I was liking it until then because it brought back some of its trademark humour and horror tropes, but the twist that led to the third act completely ruined it for me. The Post. An incredible insight into the story behind the release of the Pentagon Papers in the 1970s and the horrible corruption that was keeping Richard Nixon's presidency alive. Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep gave an amazing performance in this real-life story of journalists fighting against the censorship of the free press. Black Panther, a great new entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe where we get to see the world of Wakanda and the introduction of ancient and modern African culture being brought into the series. Michael B. Jordan did a great performance as Eric Killmonger, and Chadwick Boseman bringing back his role as T'Challa from Civil War was brilliant to see. 50 Shades Darker, a terrifically thrilling and suspenseful film filled with amazing cinematography and terrific... I'm just kidding, I never actually saw the film. Not whilst I still have my dignity anyway. Right, what's next on the list? Oh yeah, it's a film I actually wanted to see. Game Night. Unlike 50 Shades Freed, Game Night is a film that I actually wanted to see. It is a hilarious action-packed comedy that started off as something simple that quickly became a fight for the lives of the main characters that were involved in so many twists and turns and hilarious moments. Love, Simon, a heartfelt romance film that brings awareness to the issues that many in the LGBTQ community still face despite years of progress. The struggles that Simon goes through in the film are very relatable to many young people in the community, including myself. It's so good to finally see a romance film about a same-sex couple and to bring awareness to the issues that the LGBTQ community today are still facing, and it left me close to tears at many times throughout the story. A Quiet Place. A terrifying horror movie that made me afraid to make any noise in my house for quite some time. A Quiet Place is a story that makes us afraid of the very thing we use in our day-to-day lives: communication. The way it shows the family trying to survive in this world that has fallen apart around them whilst trying to remain as quiet as possible at all times was bone-chilling. Unless another awesome horror flick comes out later this year, there is nothing that will scare me more than this. Truth or Dare. Okay, cut the music. I just really want to talk about this for a second. Truth or Dare is a January horror movie that came out in April. And it's about a group of annoying teenagers played by people in their late 20s and in some cases, yes, their early to mid 30s, and they're trying to kill a demon that they themselves brought back from the dead. I talked about this annoying ass trope in my worst movies of 2017 video. If you want a reference, here you go. A group of teenagers trying to defeat a demonic spirit. Where have I seen that before? Oh yeah, in these films. This film didn't scare me at all. In fact, it made me laugh on quite a few occasions. The faces that the characters make when they're being possessed by the demons, when they're about to bring forward a truth or dare proposition, or when they're about to commit suicide because they didn't go ahead with a truth or dare proposition. And then there was the best part of it all. The fucking ending. Where instead of sacrificing their own lives to kill the demon once and for all to stop the demonic possessions around the world from happening, they decide to spread the virus around the world by making a YouTube video about it. Do I even need to explain why that is as fucking stupid as it gets? Please, can we just get to the point and not make these films anymore? This is basically another version of found footage. Remember when we were getting those, we were getting 20 of them every single year, and that's not an exaggeration. We're getting these films now about a group of teenagers trying to kill a demon that they summoned back from the dead. You know what? I'm just going to go on to the next film because, oh good, I've got Avengers Infinity War next. Because, unlike Truth or Dare, there's a movie that I actually loved. Avengers Infinity War, an incredible new addition to the MCU so far, and I was geeking out throughout the entire film. I loved every last second of it. The last 10 years of Marvel films have been building up to this point, and it was totally worth it. The characters and the worlds that they had been building up for years all culminate in this magnificent science fiction superhero action film, and it was marvellous. I, Tonya, a thrilling biopic about the rise and fall of one of the world's most loved and hated sports figures, Tonya Harding. This film brings the real story to life, and it kept me entertained throughout the whole event. It felt like I was there in the world of the late 80s and early 90s, all thanks to archive footage, the cinematography, and even the questionable fashion choices of that era. The Shape of Water, the film that the Oscars went absolutely crazy for. And you know what? It deserved it. A unique love story with the overlooming subplot of the Cold War and nuclear annihilation, brought on by incredible acting from Sally Hawkins, Michael Shannon and Octavia Spencer, made this a film worth experiencing. Isle of Dogs, a beautiful stop-motion animation film directed by Wes Anderson. It brings together stop-motion animation similar to Kubo and the Two Strings, and a story about a young boy trying to reunite with his dog after years of separation. Isle of Dogs is an incredible story, and you should definitely see it when given the opportunity. And last but most certainly not least, Ghost Stories, the last film on this list. A horror story combining separate yet similar fictional investigations involving the paranormal, the last one even including Martin Freeman. The movie had me hooked and scared from the very beginning, but only one thing stopped it for me, and that was the ending. It ruined the suspense that had been building up from the start by adding a cheap twist for the end straight out of the TV Tropes website. Ghost Stories, you really were petrifying until the ending. So those were all the films that I've seen so far in 2018. You might have noticed that I didn't put down what my favourite one so far this year is. That is probably going to be because I'm saving that for my year-end review. Yes, even though I still lack on video content, I still have enough time to pump out my year-end reviews. I am definitely going to be seeing more movies in the coming months ahead, and I would like to make more videos, though I can't exactly guarantee that because I might be doing an internship in Newcastle for 6 weeks from the middle of June to the end of July, so I'm going to be pretty limited in terms of content making during that time, which is a shame because I am planning to make other kinds of videos relating to the world of cinema and especially TV shows this time. I would like to do some content relating to that as well. I will also be away for most of August, so I won't be able to make any videos then, but I'll try and pump out as many videos as I can over the summer because I really do like making these. But like I said, it's still a plan of mine to go out there and make more content relating to the world of cinema and TV shows, not just focusing on double review this time. Also guys, before I go, I just want to ask one question, and that's relating to the sound quality of this video. I just wanted to know what you thought of it because I now have a working microphone at last because I was actually able to get it to work this time. So let me know what you guys think and if there's anything I can improve on that. Because this is the first time I've had a working microphone in a video, so hopefully the quality in this video is going to be a whole lot better than before. And if it is a lot better, then I will definitely continue on with it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this latest video. Let me know in the comments section below what films you've seen so far this year and what you thought of them. And other than that, I've been Tartarus Pictures, and I will see you later. Good night.